Hey everyone, thanks for listening to Sex with Emily. Today's show, I'm joined by my friend and recurring guest, Anna David, getting into the topics of what to do when I love you goes unreturned, tips for getting over a breakup, ejaculation etiquette, and how to confront a selfish lover. Thanks for listening. I get a lot of emails looking for advice on just about everything, but I'm always excited to get questions that I can offer a definitive solution to. Although some of you are embarrassed to write me about lasting longer in bed, you should know it's way more common than you think, and there is a clinically proven solution, Promescent. Promescent is a quickly absorbing delay spray that was developed by urologists to address issues with premature ejaculation, or PE. Make no mistake, this is not the old-fashioned delay spray that leaves you and your partner numb. It still allows your maximum sensation without any transfer to your partner. The makers of Promescent have been dedicated to helping men for years now, and they've taken the product through rounds of clinical tests that have proven its effectiveness. It is FDA compliant and has been endorsed by a host of medical professionals. Promescent is the real deal. Even if you don't always experience PE, Promescent can help you and your partner experience longer lasting sex, boost your confidence, and eliminate performance anxiety. Try it for yourself and see. Promescent is available without a prescription from a variety of retailers. For more information or to order, go to sexwithemily.com and click on the Promescent banner.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend? Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's gotta have her standards. Oh, my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, I feel so good.
Being bad feels pretty good. But you know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
To Sex with Emily. We're talking about sex, relationships, and everything in between. For more information, go to sexwithemily.com, where you can do so many things there now. Have you been to our new site? It's amazing. You can so easily subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. We do it twice a week, and we love when you review the show, right, Menace? We love it.
That's my favorite part. That's how I guilt trip people.
I know.
If you
and
listen to the show for free.
For free.
Just do us a favor. Anywhere you're listening, write a review and give us 5 stars because that's what you like the most, right?
I prefer 5 stars. And if it has 1 star, I'd say, don't listen.
And you promised on the 1,000th person that writes a review that you're going to make out with them, right?
Totally.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
done and done. Okay, and also thanks for telling your friends about the show so they can enjoy it as well. And while you're at it, follow us on Facebook. And this is all on our website at Sex with Emily. What is it? Facebook.com/sexwithemily. Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. It's all Sex with Emily across the board. And of course, you should subscribe to our weekly newsletter because they're so fun. It's like a little present you get every week with lots of great tips. I'm here with Menace.
So what is going on with you?
So many things.
I heard you were in Palm Springs.
Yes.
Both of you guys together?
I was with my date, Anna David.
Oh, can I talk now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Anna and I are both very busy. We run companies. You know, it's hard. And I'm not always a great planner. Like, there's a lot of things that I'm good at, but planning, not one of them. So I was like, you know, we're busy and we're like going back and forth. We're going to get an Airbnb. And I was like, we're like texting back and forth the links we liked. And then finally I was like, you know what? I'll just book it. I got it.
Wait.
Here.
So you let Emily book the place.
Well, okay, here's how it went down. It was established that I was going to book it. I found like 4 places, 4 links, texted them to Emily, tried to book it. She said, great, go for it. Tried to book it. And then my old credit card was in Airbnb. And so I couldn't do it. And I was late. And so I text Emily. And 5 minutes later, she texted me back, I booked it. And I was so impressed because I know how busy she is. And I know that this doesn't happen easily. And
I was so proud. I was like, confirmation number. Da-da-da. I was really proud that I took charge.
And then
we drove to Palm Springs and we got there and we actually drove separately. There's no one's really going to understand this part of how much I love this.
Yeah.
That, like, if most people go together, but we both like our cars. And we took separate cars because we both like driving alone, though we did talk to each other the whole time.
The whole way back. But so I had to pee so badly, and I run up, and neither of us are good with directions, and I couldn't remember like there was the flag. I didn't remember any of it, and I just go up and I'm trying the door, can't do it, and then I run in and pee, and it's only when I'm finished that I look up and I realize this is the most disgusting place I've ever seen.
Did you read any reviews on the place?
That's the mystery.
This is what happened.
She probably didn't.
No. The reviews are good, so we think they conned those people. Emily's like,
really?
check the dates.
I'm like, check the dates. Do you think they're her friends? How would they have gotten such good reviews? But we looked at it, and we had looked at a lot of places. Like for us, we looked at a lot of places, and this was not a place we wouldn't have chose a place with one bedroom. We wouldn't have chose a place with so many knickknacks. I'm just going to put it that way. We wouldn't have chose a place that had a lot of plastic furniture.
But can I just say that Emily, when she booked it, texted, I'm going to book this one because it's 2 blocks from downtown and there's a jacuzzi. Obviously, we never went in the jacuzzi. Being near downtown in Palm Springs is not a great thing.
No.
So we kept, the joke was always just like, Emily's like, 2 blocks from downtown.
Right. But so what happens is, it turns out what happened, we went back through our text because I'm like, was I wrong? Was she wrong? And so where the mistake was, we were going back and forth and she's
The
like...
mistake is that she let you book it. That's the
I must claim responsibility that I found that link and sent it to Emily.
But it was an errant link.
It was an errant
She meant to
link.
send another one. So my thing is like, I can't believe I booked it and I didn't like scroll through the photos to double check. I'm just like multitasking. I was probably on the phone doing dishes, and then I was like, confirmation number, and then I kept sending you updates, and it was the wrong place. But you know what? You make lemonade out of lemons. And it was amazing, actually.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say my favorite part of that story is that you said, I'm just doing dishes like you've ever used a dish in your apartment, which is great. But it did become really hilarious for some. After we looked frantically for another hotel, like Spoiled Princesses, another hotel or Airbnb where we could move to, and we realized it's Memorial Day tomorrow.
Oh, yeah,
it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. So, but
Then we never
planned the
noticed
trip.
again.
No, we didn't. It was amazing. We ended up having a really good girl bonding time.
Yeah, what did you guys end up doing?
We went on a hike.
We went
Probably
on a hike.
like 1,000 degrees.
It was 119, I think.
Exactly. We went on a hike.
Yeah.
To a lake.
A waterfall?
To a waterfall, but it was too gross to go in.
It was kind of dirty to go in.
Yeah.
Did you guys hold hands? What?
We almost bought
Let's
friendship
make this-
bracelets because you could buy them at the hiking place, but then
Yeah.
we only had enough cash to go up the mountain and
Yeah, we couldn't buy it. We were trying to. Yeah, they wouldn't let us in. And then they wouldn't let us buy the bracelets. What else did we do? We got frozen yogurt.
massages.
We got massages. We made friends.
we got a couples massage.
We got a couples
It was
massage.
somewhat accidental, except I thought it was accidental, and then you tell me afterwards that they asked, and you were like, yes, it's a couples massage. I go back to my theory that you wanted us to look at lesbian
Yeah,
lovers.
you guys totally want to
I love her. Like, can I be honest about Anna? Like, we travel together well. We have so many things in
Very
common.
similar.
Very similar upbringing. Very similar comment. But I don't want to have sex.
I don't want to have sex either.
And, like, I did
plus,
walk around
think
naked
you're
a lot.
gorgeous.
Thanks.
There's
I mean,
that
do you guys
too.
drink?
No,
I don't drink.
See,
Anna's
that's
sober.
why. Okay, then. That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna go down.
So if I were not sober, we would have hooked up the whole
Maybe.
weekend.
I just love her.
At least
never,
kissed.
I've never done. Oh, I have made out with a woman before I got sober,
Yeah.
but like, I just don't think so.
No, it's just it's just a love thing. It really is fun. We didn't really fight. We had like bitty little fight, but
we
it was
had
only
like
when we were
a
hungry.
4-second fight.
Yeah, because it's about parking thing.
Yeah,
And a driving thing. And my driving scared her,
Yeah.
which I hadn't warned her how
she
scared
only
my
drove
driving.
for like 2 seconds, and I was like, it's enough.
Yeah. Anyway, it was just like exactly. And
love
your
it.
driving scary too. But it was fun. And then we didn't really meet anyone. Although there was a day we were leaving. There was a lot of drunk guys. We were at this hotel, like drunk, like
Memorial Day
Memorial
drunk.
Day
Yeah,
weekend. And these guys were like, "Hey, baby, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh, we're getting hit on by these guys," and they're drunk.
I think it's like slim pickings, though. And
Totally
Palm
slim
Springs for
pickings.
dudes, right?
Yeah. Okay.
mean, straight
Slim
guys.
pickings. Okay.
Because
Fine.
if anybody knows that, anybody that's listening, Palm Springs, California is like a mecca for old gay guys. And
Right.
With young gay guys.
With some twinks.
True.
Yeah.
And this guy was like, "Hey, you got any
Sugar
of my
daddies
friends?"
and sugar babies. Whatever
Exactly.
You call them.
God, I should have had a sugar daddy.
and I know.
But he said, he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, this is my buddy. You got to meet him. He thinks you're cute. He takes penis enlargement pills." And I was like, "Oh, no way. I'm in the penis business." And then I heard myself say that. And Anna looks at me like,
Yeah.
"Why am I even engaging? And why would I even say that out loud?" But it was
And the
really
guy was totally joking.
I was trying to connect. I know.
There's no way he
but I
made
was
penis pills.
maybe he did, and I was trying to connect and tell him I actually know a lot about them. They don't work.
And I was meanwhile trying so hard to get away from them, and I was pretending that they weren't even talking to us. And Emily's like,
Yeah.
"I'm in the penis business."
I know.
I think I'm a little too nice.
Yeah, I think
but Anna
so.
makes me, because she's not that she's not nice, but she's much more.
I'm not
Yeah.
friendly to men like that at
No,
all.
Or
no.
just
I mean, it'd be
Just get your
annoying.
own-
Yeah.
But Emily's like, she'll just talk to anybody. So
Kind of true. That's what I mean by nice.
yeah.
I am nice.
Yeah,
I
it's a
can't help
Midwestern thing.
It
I
is.
think.
It is a Midwestern thing. Yeah, you're both from California, Northern California.
Yeah,
so.
we're reared
just
on
like-
Maine.
So how are you doing, Menace?
I'm great. I just got back from Las Vegas. Took the family to go see J-Lo. I went to,
When
we
you
got
say family, you mean your
my
girlfriend?
girlfriend's family, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
And then I also went to Wayne Noon's house.
You did?
Yeah, you can now go to his house in Vegas.
And
It's
just, like,
pretty
do
awesome.
what?
And
Like,
just
they
take
sell-
a tour, and it was really cool to see his car collection, his private jet,
Oh my
and
God.
all his
You're so-
crazy things.
that's so
if
fun.
you want to see that, it's up on my Instagram at Menace, Menace.
Emily, who's
Yeah.
Wade Newton? This is a pop quiz.
Yeah,
Wayne Newton
name one
is
song.
Wayne Newton is a singer. I don't know. He sings a lot of songs and an actor,
There's
right?
one famous one. You'll know it.
Do you know it?
No, of course not. That's
We
why I
don't know
wanted to ask
anything.
you. Yeah.
Wayne Newton sang
Donkashay. Ask your mom about
Donkey.
it.
Okay, it's fine. I mean,
It's all
I know
good.
who he is.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
like kitschy things.
No, he likes
I like
everything
what?
pop culture.
Kitschy.
What? Okay, I need
Like,
the
kitschy
definition
means,
of
like-
kitschy.
Like oh god,
How do you describe it?
Like kind of not au courant like stuff. Like it's more like old timey. Like it's kind of
Like a
cute,
Pez
like it.
dispenser.
Yes, it's kitschy. Thank you.
That
for
I like
saving me.
throwback type of stuff.
Yeah,
A little bit, yeah.
He's just really into pop culture too. He
Yeah,
just knows
I mean, because
everything.
of work, I have to be up on all types of pop culture, and I just thought that'd be a cool thing to do. Go check out his house. I mean, the guy's worth
is
like
cool.
$100 million.
No,
So
right.
see how
Is he still
how
alive?
lives. Yeah.
Meanwhile, J-Lo, that part sounds really fun.
J-Lo is amazing. You got to see her live show.
I would love to see her live
she
show.
earns every dollar.
Really?
Mariah Carey is cool. I mean, I would definitely, if you're going to Vegas shows, you definitely have to see J-Lo. Like, it's a really, really good show.
Is she playing like an ongoing thing there?
Huh?
A residency.
She have a
there?
residency?
Yeah, at the Planet Hollywood Hotel.
I saw Celine Dion there. I had to for work. I was covering it.
Yeah?
It wasn't by choice. Yeah.
Well,
Celine Dion, not my thing.
I mean-
Mariah, I'd be all over that.
yeah.
Mariah Carey?
If you're
my
sitting,
God, yes.
if you're going to see Mariah
Nothing
Carey,
with
just
her.
make sure you sit close because of the sound. If you sit way in the back, you won't be able to
Okay,
hear
good to know.
anything.
I want to
Yeah.
go do this Vegas next.
Vegas
We were
next.
talking about
maybe.
4th of July trip.
I know, and then I thought maybe I'll just have a party on 4th of July just because the traveling, it was the drive back in
Here's the
back-to-back
thing.
traffic.
It was like, yeah, the drive back is bad because it's like 8 hours instead of 2, but the Calabazan outfits, however you say it, the outlets.
Yeah.
I had a heart attack at Rag & Bone. Like, I literally lost my mind. Anna's never seen me so... I was high. I was like,
The
That's your
salesmen
first time
were the-
as those outlets over there?
yes, they're amazing.
We went on the way down, but Emily was not as impressed with the stores that we went to on the way down, Barney's,
Yeah.
whatever. And then we were driving back and talking on the phone about how much we missed each other and how abysmal the traffic was. And I had been trying to coax her into playing bingo the whole trip because
She
I'm
loves
obsessed
bingo.
with
Yeah,
bingo.
yeah.
And then I got her to go into the Morongo Casino where we ran in parked in tribal elders parking spaces,
Yeah.
which we should not have done.
No.
But we had to pee. We were running in, and then the bingo games, they were already 6 games in. And so Emily got popcorn, and then we went to the outlets.
Free popcorn. It was so fun.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, so let's talk about... We're going to get into some things here that are very interesting.
Okay.
But I wanted... If you don't know Anna David, she's a New York Times best-selling author of 6 books.
Nice.
She was a relationship expert on Attack of the Show. I was on the G4 network.
Yes.
Correct? And she created After Party Magazine. It's a recovery magazine. And she's now launching, she's announcing it here, a new podcast called You've Got Issues with Anna David. And I'm very proud of her.
Guess who named that podcast, Menace?
Who?
You get one guess. It wasn't you and the person's in the room.
Emily did? No way.
I
It
swear
wasn't
to
my
God.
concept, but I named it because you had an idea for it.
I had the idea that I wanted to talk to people about their pettiest issues and try to get to what's underneath them. Like, I have an issue. Oh, I shared it with you in Palm Springs when you're trying to jaywalk across the street and you have it perfectly timed so the car's going to pass and you're going to go afterwards and the car stops and gestures for you to go. Bothers me to no end. I tried to explain this to Emily. She's like,
Yeah.
I don't
I don't
understand why that
understand.
bothers
He
you.
stopped to let you go. Like, this petty issue, I don't understand.
What's underneath it is that I hate when I feel like someone's exerting their power over me. And I feel like I had it wired, and it goes back to dad stuff, like somebody having power over me.
What?
Yes, I swear to God, that's what the podcast is about.
So issues with is the website Issues with Anna, but
Yeah.
what's going to happen like on the first episode? It's like
Well, I'm glad you asked because I'm releasing the first 3 episodes. I released them yesterday.
Okay.
As a matter of fact.
Right.
And my first 3 guests are Eddie Pepitone, the comedian, Ben Mandelker, who's got a podcast called Watch What Crappens about Bravo TV shows, and Dr. Emily Morse.
Oh, what?
Yes.
what was my issue? How would you encapsulate? Well, should they just
Did
listen?
you bust out a scroll and just read them off?
Actually,
How many issues I have?
Yeah.
it was hard to come up with a petty issue for Emily.
Because I don't have a lot of petty.
When we
yeah,
first
no.
talked about it, you were like telling me all these things. I go,
Oh,
no,
petty
no.
issues.
Yeah.
Petty, like when people like parking lots in LA, like when you can't take a ticket and you can't find a spot, and then you could get stuck in the lots forever. But that was
No, so what we did was people who, if someone texts Emily and she doesn't text back immediately, them sending a follow-up text, are you okay?
or like
Yeah.
a week later, or a day later, not immediately, but even people are like, "Are you okay? I'm worried about you." I'm like, "I just didn't text you back." No, I'm dead, actually. Thanks for asking. It just bothers me because I
Yeah.
think, but what it's interesting that she does in our podcast is a lot of our petty issues can go into deeper issues. And I actually haven't heard it yet to know why how she analyzed me.
Well, for the first few episodes, I actually went to other experts. I went to a meditation teacher and a therapist and even a psychic, my psychic who's in Ojai. And I got them to comment on the issues. And then I realized that was the first 10 I recorded. I did that. And then I said, no. I'm just going to do it with the guest. And then I asked the guest to sort of follow up with me about if the conversation impacted the next time they dealt with that issue. Hey, did our conversation impact the next time you dealt with that issue? Has it happened since?
It has happened, but I also realize that. Okay, so my problem is one of my issues is that I very easily. I don't get mad at people often. Like I have a hard time almost with anger because I very easily can see other people's part in it. Like if I'm mad at someone, I'm like, but it might have been a misunderstanding. You know, I can understand their part. For example, if I didn't text them back, I'm like, oh, but maybe it's bad that I should. You know, most people text people right back. I tend to sit on them, forget, don't check my phone, and so I think it's I always blame myself.
Yeah.
So. I'm just trying to answer people
stuck
back.
with those relationships you don't want to be in for a really long time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard not to do that. I'm trying so hard not just to get into them right now.
But it's fascinating to me. I'm fascinated by, like, I minored in psychology. That was a lie. I was going to minor in psychology. I minored in performing arts. Hello. But I've always been fascinated, and I've been therapized to, like, a degree that's you can't even count. And I now am a coach.
A life coach.
I'm like, I have clients whose lives I coach.
Nice.
You want to hire me, Menace?
I think
no
I'm
issues.
good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have 0 issues.
You have 0 issues.
No. My current, like my petty issue, my current one is, and I already figured it out. But so they opened a Jamba Juice in my area,
I love
right?
it already.
I love it. I'm addicted to it, and it's rude not to tip, right? But when I put money in the tip jar, they yell out "tip tip hooray," and I absolutely effing hate it.
That makes me not want to tip.
So it makes me not want to tip, but I'm not the person that's not going to tip, right? So the past couple times I put the money in, I was like, here, I go, hey, I'm putting the money in, but please don't yell out. They don't understand what I'm saying, so they still say it, and they do the tip tip hooray, which pisses
Like they
me
all,
off.
how are they all paying
They
attention?
go, well, no,
They should
because
be
the
squeezing
person,
your
because
friggin'
the tip
juice.
jar's right where you're paying,
Right.
So I put the money in, and I say, hey, don't say anything, but they don't understand that what I'm trying to tell them.
How could they not understand that?
Yeah, I don't know, but then they go tip tip, and then the rest go hooray.
So only one person has to be clocked.
And I hate it because then
At a
everybody's
chain store?
yeah.
I'm just
this happens a lot of places where they ring the bell and crap like that. I
See,
just
they
I
do
hate
it to incentivize tipping, but interestingly,
You're
with
never gonna
you,
have a
With
Jamba
me,
Juice.
it has the opposite
I
effect.
hate it,
Because
right?
it's embarrassing.
Yeah, because then everybody's looking at you and stuff like that. Like, I don't care. Just take the money and shut up, you know?
Yeah.
But then I figured out a way around it.
Oh, what?
Jamba
Credit card.
Juice has an app where you can pre-order your stuff.
You really
So now
did?
I download the app because the wait's not even that long anyways, but now I don't have to have that interaction
Oh
at
my
all.
God, Menace, that's
tip
a
on the
great
app.
way. Yeah, this is smart.
Solution.
Great. Or do you
So-
not tip on the app, even just to piss
It
them
doesn't have the option.
Oh, that's good, Menace. That's
Yeah,
good.
I mean,
Good,
feel
good,
bad
good.
for not tipping,
not
but they
that
forced
bad.
they forced
They
me
did
into
it.
it.
Yeah.
You should let them
They
know. We
forced
should have
me.
them listen to this. Okay, I think That's a great little issue.
Yeah.
It's a
You
good
probably got a
issue.
lot of issues. Menace gets annoyed people a lot, I would think. But
Oh,
okay,
no, just in this room.
just me. And you just met Anna.
only
so.
person.
Okay, we're going to give a big shout out to our sponsors, and we will be right back. I know you've heard me talk about getting stressed out when it comes to packing. I always wait till the last minute, and I'm never sure what clothes to bring. But there's one thing that always makes it in my bag: the Mystic Wand from Vibratex. It's truly one of my favorite travel companions. The Mystic Wand features all my favorite things about massage wands: a soft, flexible head, plenty of power, and the perfect shape for external stimulation. Our friends at Vibratex took all that and packed it into a compact, handheld model that is perfect for home or travel. And besides its discreet look and size, it's so cute. The Mystic Wand is also extremely quiet. You don't have to worry about strange looks from the TSA, the people in the hotel room next door, your roommates. The Mystic Wand is conveniently powered by 4 AA batteries, showerproof, and of course 100% body safe. It has 3 vibration settings and 3 power levels, which are unbelievably strong. Trust me. To learn more about the Mystic Wand from Vibratex, visit Vibratex.com or click on the Mystic Wand banner on the sexwithemily.com website today. Okay, now we are going to read your emails because I love when you email me. Feedback@sexwithemily.com. And now it's so easy. You go to our website, sexwithemily.com, and there's like an Ask Emily button, and you can right there ask your question, and boom, goes right into the inbox. So easy. And also, please include your name. You can use a fake name, where you're listening from, and how old you are, and how you listen. Some people aren't putting how old they are, and I'm like, this person must be 22.
Yeah.
But if they're 45, it's different. So like, we just need to know your age. Otherwise, that
You need
you
to
guys
know
are
what
perfect. I
place
love
you
you.
are in your life.
We need to understand it, right? Okay.
Yeah, Peoria, Illinois is a lot different. I pronounced that wrong.
Yeah.
Than like San Rafael, California.
Exactly. Okay. Ready, Anna? You mind? Because
Yep.
these are people with issues.
Yep.
You can help us. Okay.
Yep.
Dear Emily, I've been in a relationship with my boyfriend going on 6 months now. I feel I have stronger feelings for him than he does for me. I know this. About a month ago, I told him I loved him. Never have I been first, and he could not say the same. We talked about it, and he says he wants to make sure before he says it, and this is all new to him, a relationship. He's never been in a serious relationship or been in love. Here I am feeling vulnerable and heartbroken. Since then, we've got on with our relationship, and it's doing well. I adore this man, but I'm holding on to something. But am I holding on to something that I shouldn't be? Am I stupid for staying around? I'm not sure he'll ever love me. If he doesn't have strong feelings now, will he ever? Am I wasting my time, and should I move on? I get mixed messages from my friends, and of course I want to stay with him, but I don't want to waste my time on another failed relationship. I know 6 months isn't the longest time, so please tell me, am I being crazy or overanalyzing? Any advice would be amazing. Love your podcast. Signed, Olivia. P.S. Listening in California on Spotify. But we don't get her age. I even had Madison email last night, and I was like, what's her age? Because it kind
She's
of...
in her 20s.
That's what I said.
Yeah, has to be.
Okay, so I totally get the vulnerable feeling and like putting it out there that she loves him, but it's never easy when your sentiments are not returned with the I love you. What do you think about this, you guys?
I think that, again, yeah, she's totally overthinking it. 6 months in, come on.
Right. Like
please.
he's supposed to be like, I love you too, but
Yeah,
he's never
I'm
been in a
all over it.
relationship.
Yeah.
I think it's tough when a woman says it first because we still live in a sexist society no matter what anybody's going to say. But it absolutely, love can develop over years and years and years. I was just talking to my therapist about this today where she said the first 2 years of her relationship were the most difficult years of her life. And he's a perfect partner for her. You know, but I do think if somebody's waiting around for the guy to say, I love you, then that's putting pressure, even if it's, you know, a dude can feel that pressure, right, Menace?
Yeah. I mean, some guys are just so oblivious too.
Yeah.
Like, they have no idea what's
Yeah.
going on.
They-
Like what your feelings. Like we can't read anything at all. Like
It's
we
so
don't
true.
even know that you like us at all.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Except you guys can feel, even I think when a woman is pretending to not be obsessing, I feel like subconsciously a man's subconscious is a lot smarter than his conscious mind.
Yeah, and then also a man doesn't like to engage at all, so they're not going to ask. They're just going to
Right.
wait till it explodes in their face, and then
Right.
they have to
Women more
face it.
likely to
Yeah.
leave relationships and to get upset in relationships. But
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing, you know, he doesn't have a lot of experience in relationships, Olivia. You know this. And he's probably never been in love. And he really probably doesn't know exactly what it feels like. In 6 months, she's pressuring him, not sure, and she's overanalyzing. I get it. It hurts for that not to be returned, but she's not complaining about him in any other way. So,
Are you having a good time together?
yeah, are you having fun?
Other than this, is there any
Is he
other
going down on
issues?
you enough? How's the sex? But the fact that he just can't say I love you yet, I wouldn't say it's time to bail.
No way.
No.
Wait it out. Have fun and
All
just
right.
stop thinking about it.
What's the time period? She's gonna
I'd
ask
say
you.
A year at least.
I'd say give it
Year
a
and a
year.
half?
And if you
Yeah.
don't, I even like 3-month increments, to be honest, because, well, this is from experience and from a lot of people I know that I tend to used to be in relationships where I would spend half of them trying to get out of them because I would just stay too long. And I think that the time passes so quickly sometimes in relationships. You're like, wow, it's been 6 months and I still feel this way. So I think, Olivia, maybe you should just, in your journal or wherever you write personal thoughts, on your phone, whatever, write something and say, in 3 months from now, whatever the date is, I'd like to be feeling blank. Like, I'd like to see this in our relationship. I'd like to see us living together. I'd like to have him say, I love you. And see how you feel. Put it in your calendar so it pops up and you have a check system so you know, like, this is what I want. Or 6 months from now, whatever it is. Because 2 years will go by and he still didn't say, I love you. But 6 months, I'm not concerned.
I think that's good advice. I like that. Sort of, and manifesting, like we talked about.
Manifest. Okay, ready? We'll go on to the next. What were you going to ask?
No, I was going
But
to ask Menace.
they just need to take this advice and just
And listen?
and listen. That's
People
the
don't
only
listen.
people don't listen for.
I know they want
for
advice.
anything at
Well,
all.
here's the other thing.
And then,
Okay,
but also like asking.
asking her friends.
I hate that. I hate
When you talk
like-
to your friends.
Don't
about-
talk to your friends, especially your single friends, and get advice from them.
Yeah,
That advice is
because-
off.
Let's talk about that, though. I
They'll
agree.
never give good advice.
No.
I agree, but medicine.
Yeah.
You were going to say that too. Why do you think your friends, girlfriends, are not necessarily the best people to talk to?
I think that single women will idealize what a relationship is supposed to be like, and they'll say things like my last relationship. I had someone say to me, "Well, when the girl meets the one, everything is just easy." That's what everyone says. That is not true.
Yeah.
And I think it's the over idealizing and like the romance and the thinking that it has to be a certain way. When like look to the source,
Right. And nobody else is in the relationship with you, so they don't really know what's happening, and everyone has their own experiences. So your girlfriend's giving you advice from what she wants, not necessarily what you
Exactly.
want.
I think that's a lot of like people's biggest downfall too, is their friends
Yep.
chiming in.
Yeah.
You know? I was in a relationship where, I was working 24/7, and the relationship was great, but her friends were just off on a Tuesday night partying, doing whatever, because they didn't have like a career
Needed to be
job
some-
yet,
right.
And then she saw that. She's like, oh, my friends are out having all this fun, blah, blah, and, we're stuck at home because you got to get up at 3 a.m. and stuff like that. And finally, it just got to her where she wanted to go party, and she did that. And, like, within 4 months, got DUI and said, I messed up. Why did I think of these people that I wanted to go party with? Like, that was so
Right.
dumb. I should have been working on, my
Right,
career,
exactly.
which she had an awesome job at the
Right,
time,
it's
you
true.
know?
But we
It's
always
just
said,
like, I don't know. It's sometimes you just got to listen to yourself.
it's true, you got to trust your gut too a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't think this one has too much in there that she doesn't know enough yet.
Too many
but-
people chiming in.
Okay, let's get into another email.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Again, just don't make it every time you go out with your friends. This is what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she didn't say anything about her friends. Did she?
She did. She
She
said,
did.
"And my friends, like, I get mixed responses from my friends. Of
Oh, yeah,
course
yeah,
you do.
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Of course you do. So just
Don't be that
are,
friend where that's your constant topic.
Right.
Because your friends will get sick of it.
They're
Isn't
gonna go
it
out
funny?
without
Women
you.
do get together with like what's bad, but I try to say like what's really good too, because I think we forget
Mm-hmm.
women do bond over like.
Negativity.
Sometimes things that are just like when we're having struggles, women are connectors and we bond over emotional things, issues.
But I will say also, Emily, what you're really good at is playing a little bit of the devil's advocate. Like I recently had this experience with this guy where he said, I'm an introvert, which is to me, I'd rather someone say like, I kill people. Like that is such a turnoff to me.
Yeah.
And I told Emily, I'm like, I'm over it. And she goes, well, are you sure you didn't find evidence after he said that you didn't like him, as opposed to you didn't like him and then that was confirmation?
Right, because he was like, I'm an introvert, and she's like, I'm out. But I was like, well, did he seem like an introvert?
But
Right.
to me, it felt
Yeah.
like an explanation for what the problem had been.
Yeah. Some introverts hide too. Like they
Right.
on social media, they look like this outgoing person. And
Right.
That's right. That's why they have it. It's
I'm
true.
one of those too. Like if it's my free time, I don't have to actually do something for work. Then please, I want to be at the house. But
Right. Would you say that you're an introvert?
I would love to be, but it's impossible.
You're not.
Like, I'm not home for the next couple of months, you know?
Well, how do you define introvert?
Right.
Introvert, like my free time, like I don't care about going and hanging out with anybody. I just want to be at home.
But that's how I am. But I'm definitely
nothing
right. I mean, I don't mean to be like it's
be
not
on my
me.
computer the entire time.
But then you're on the air and you're a public figure all these other
Yeah.
times.
See, that's the misconception. I think his
Yeah.
definition is correct, though. I don't think it has anything to do with like being
Exactly.
public. I think it's
Yeah.
do you get energy from being around people, or do they exhaust you a little bit? Right?
Not that they exhaust me, but I don't go out of my way to go like hang out with a group of people.
Or any people. But you have a girlfriend, so you
Yeah,
can
I
hang
have
out
a
with her.
girlfriend too. I hang out with her, but yeah, just I don't know.
and it's okay.
I
It's
think
good.
I'm
No,
a
you're-
closet introvert.
Yeah.
which I can't be.
But you work also so much. I'm the same. I mean, I get it. I mean,
Emily, you're not the same.
what? I'm not.
You're not going to convince anyone you're an introvert. Are you going to buy that, Menace?
that she's an introvert? No, there's no way.
I like my alone time
When do you have alone time though?
all the time. I
From
spend
12
most
to
of
4 a.m.
I'm really alone at 12 to 4 a.m. with my
Yeah?
toys. Okay, next email. Hello, Emily. I broke up with my girlfriend about a year ago. Since then, I've had sex with other women, but no one important. I was okay without seeing her, but now she's hanging around with my friends. The first time it happened, we had sex. The second time we saw each other a couple months later, she was too touchy with my friends, and I got mad. I realized I can't handle
That's
being
Emily
around
right
her
there.
if we're not together. What'd you say?
I said that's totally you being super touchy when you're with somebody.
My,
When you're in a group setting, that would be so annoying.
I'm touchy?
Yeah, you're super nice and outgoing. You don't know that you're coming off as flirty.
Right. This has
Yeah.
been an issue in the past. The boyfriends got jealous because
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
touchy
yeah.
flirty. But okay, this is not what the question's about,
It
though.
seems like it.
Emily,
It's
wrote the
about
question.
his ex. It's, yeah, it actually
Yeah.
is me. It's a friend. My problem is that I've been really horny about her. But she's already said she doesn't want to go out with me, just my friends. I don't know how to react to the fact that she's around, but we're not having sex. I'm feeling myself pull away from my friends. I've been going out less, and I feel lonely, not even in the mood to hook up with any new girls. I feel like she's stealing my friends. It's a bad feeling. Any advice? Guy, 32, Mexican, listening on iPad podcast.
Nice. That's
So,
very descriptive.
Mexican.
Yeah.
God bless
I'm
his specifics.
eating.
You sure he's not from Mexico?
No,
He
he's a
says he's
Mexican.
Okay.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't think it's cool that his ex-girlfriend, is hanging out with his friends, you know, and they're like cool with it. Like, I just think that there's a certain guy code.
I mean, there's definitely a guy code, but I mean, if it was a group of friends already, and then somebody was dating within the group of friends, then that's cool. But if
It sounds like it's
he
his
brought
friend.
her into the fold, and now they're all hanging out, that's not cool.
He's
He brought
got
her
to
in.
talk to his guy friends,
Right?
I think,
Yeah,
because
one
you
of
don't
Set
talk
boundaries.
to her.
One of them said
Absolutely.
that.
Women would absolutely do that.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of women would just know from girl code that you iced the guy broke your heart, or
Yeah.
you iced the guy. He's out.
He's out.
Yeah.
We won't hang out with them. So they have to, he has to explain the need to his friends and just say, like, it's when you hang out with her, it makes it. I know
hurts
it's
my
so hard
feelings.
for
You can't say
guys
that,
to say it
yeah.
hurts my feelings, right?
Yeah.
Guys, dudes, it's hard,
Dude,
but
it bums
Guys
me
are supposed
out.
to be like, oh, I mean, like if you actually have the conversation guy to guy, you'd be like, oh, I don't give a shit, but they really do.
they really do. Like, it's okay. You can hang out with her with
Yeah,
her
yeah,
hand,
it's all
putting her
good,
hand on
man.
your
I don't
pants.
give a fuck.
But
I'm moving on.
I just got sad for him that he's like,
Yeah.
she's stealing his friends and she's paying. She's not like a good
Yeah.
chick. Like, she's touchy feely with
Well,
them.
it does sound like she also has feelings for him still, if in that she's trying to trigger him and trying to make him jealous. And there are a lot of guys she can go hang out with, but she's choosing his friends.
Right. This is always a thing, and I feel like, and I've broken up with guys where we shared friends, or it was mostly their friends, and I had to take a little break, because it was their friends until we became best friends. And then we started going to Mexico together with our new boyfriends. Menace loves the story. But like Charlotte, my best friend, like I met her through an ex, and when
Right.
and that like it was weird at first, but then now we're way
Yeah,
closer.
you have to let some time pass.
Gotta let time pass. Okay, another email. So bros before hoes, dude, and your bros better know this.
Yeah. Also, just move on. Forget about this shit. Go to
Yeah.
the next.
Hard
yeah.
when she's like triggering him.
Yeah,
in
she's
his
triggering
face.
him.
I don't
Yeah,
like
but
that he's not wanting to go out,
What do you have to do? You have to get over to get.
You got to get under to get over.
which
Yeah.
isn't always true.
It's not always true. It's controversial, but it depends where you're at. Like sometimes you get out of a relationship and you're already pretty much over it before it ends, like me. I was always like right on to the next. So I liked having sex right after someone typically, but it wasn't to get over the person. It was just like, I haven't been happy in that relationship. But it's true. Sometimes it can distract you for a while, but it's not always the best advice because I think when you break up with someone, it's really good to take some time, get to, look at the relationship, what you learned from it, How you can grow.
And look at that woman. Like, is that really a quality you like? Somebody who's, overly flirtatious with your friends and try to look at her.
I'm sure it was cool at first because it was happening to you.
Right.
And they're like, oh, this is great. She's really into me. Because, again, I've said earlier, guys can't read signs. They don't know if they're into you or not. But if they are touchy-feely, you're like, oh, wow, I really like this. This is cool. But yeah, when you break up, I'm sure that's absolutely not cool.
Yeah.
And it's with your friends.
Exactly.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But it also sucks when you're actually in a relationship with somebody and they're still that flirtatious. It's kind of annoying.
I used to be like that with my boyfriend's friends.
Yeah.
It was not cool.
It's so annoying.
Really?
But
And
I always wanted the friends to like love me, and that's how it kind of got mixed up and complicated.
Oh, okay. You wanted that affirmation from the friends,
but only to support. Like, it was just an insecure thing to support the guy's feelings for me, so that his friends would be like, "She's
cool.
good, great, yeah."
But then you'd be touchier. See, I got accused of being a little too touchy feely, but I wasn't putting my hands on their pants. But I'm a very affectionate person. Like I love touch, which is why I need like 6 dogs and like 3 cats, and a boyfriend maybe one day. Okay, another email.
All right.
Hi, Emily. My name is Carlos. I'm 26 years old from New York, and I've been an avid listener for the past couple months on iTunes and Podcast One. My question is regarding male ejaculation. To put it blatantly, where do I let it go? My fiance and I have been having unprotected sex for a while now, and when it comes to ejaculating, I'm usually on top, pull out, let it go onto the towel we place under her in between her legs. We did it once with her on top, and I had to time it perfectly to lift her up, but it basically came back right down into my stomach and thighs. He's way overthinking this. I don't want to ejaculate on her like some kind of porn star money shot, and she refuses oral, like swallowing it. So are there any other suggestions you can make? Thanks. Love your show, Carlos.
Wow.
I know, right? He's like way over. He's like, first I built a tent and then a fortress, and then I tried the ejaculate to go down the drain.
Yeah.
Listen, buddy, you're way overthinking this. But let me just say this first: pull-out method, not a guaranteed form of birth control. So you ready to have a baby, Carlos? Because according to research, it's only 96% effective when it's ineffective, when it's done right, and it's never done right. Because you know what it means by doing it right? It means you have to pull it out like before you ejaculate. No pre-cum at all, which most men cannot measure when they ejaculate. And there's a lot of other reasons why it never works. So just be careful of that.
Yeah, and 96% not effective, and anecdotally about 50% effective when you talk to the women who've gotten pregnant.
I shouldn't even leave the 96% because that's just like, I meant to say it as a point, but 50% effective. A lot of people get pregnant that way. But that's not what you're asking me about. Let's get to his ejaculation etiquette, if you will. So, okay. I don't understand any of this. He's saying that she's against him ejaculating on her stomach, her back, her pubic. She doesn't want it in her mouth. He thinks that she is.
He just said he doesn't want to do the money shot like a porn star. But I think I'm just gonna say it. Like come on the body. Great. I think most women kind of like that.
You just take a wipey and take it off after.
Yeah, he didn't say that she was against it.
He's making assumptions.
See,
a lot of he's like, I don't think she wants the money shot. She'll feel like a porn star and she won't ejaculate in the mouth. And I'm just like, what are you so like? Come on her stomach and then take little things by wipies by your bed, or put a towel. Like always have a towel by the bed. Like I'm just so confused. Like semen, like it's not gonna stain. Like you wipe it off.
I'm not confused. I mean, I think he's a very considerate man.
True.
Yeah.
But I think
he's just overthinking it.
He's overthinking it, and I think a lot of women like it.
Yeah,
not in the face. I don't know women that love it in the face.
Just do it and see what happens.
Yeah, do it in the face. Be like, oops, sorry, baby. Like,
not the face.
No, I'm kidding. I would use condoms and then just ejaculate. I mean, that was the safe thing.
Yeah, I don't think he's down for that.
But I think you're overthinking this, and I think you should maybe, you know what you should do? Say, babe, I've been trying a lot here with all these crazy, like, semen contraptions and trying to figure out ways to catch the semen. Maybe he's trying to make it into some kind of, like, what is it? What's it called? Electricity that you, off the roof, like you...
Solar.
Solar. Thank you. Like, solar semen. Like, it sounds like he's come up with all these different contraptions, but I feel like just talk to her about it. Show her, like, babe, I don't care. Pretend a beach towel. Like, whatever. I think you're fine. Another email?
Yes.
Hi, Emily. So I recently got dumped by a girl I really thought I'd spend the rest of my life with.
Oh, no.
I know. So sad. Never happens. I have a ton going on in my life, finishing a master's program and some family drama, but it's as if she stopped caring and literally walked away. We had planned to move in together, discussed our future together, but it all fell through really quickly. The pressure to move forward in our relationship definitely came from her family more than anything. Anyways, my question is it weird that I'm pretty much begging her for answers besides that she just does not want to be with me anymore? Like, I need to know her thought process. How do you go from so hot to so cold so fast? I'm starting to feel ridiculous and desperate, but her ability to shut it off is shocking and scary. I look forward to hearing from you. Your podcast is the best distraction I have now. Thanks, Tommy.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy, I'm so sorry you're hearing. I mean, it is pretty intense when someone is like so into it and they just vanish, right? They abandon the disappearing boyfriend. There's all this stuff, right? And I get that he wants answers, but my take on this is like, there is something like called closure, all that, but he's got to move on. I really feel that you're not going to get answers from her now, and that the most important thing you can do is to kind of extricate yourself from every situation you have with her. So, like, block her, move on. I know that's easier said than done. What do you guys think? I have more to say, but since I have so many smart people here.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the easiest. I know you said earlier it wasn't. You have to, hook up with a new person.
Get under to get over.
Yeah, but I think that's, I don't know, that always helps you move on, but you definitely don't want to rush into somebody that you're really not into.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've actually talked about this before, the morning show that I'm on. What is the correct period of time of mourning? Like, when you're with somebody, let's say you're with them for a year. Like, how much time are you allowed to be upset?
Half the amount of time you're with them.
They say it's half the time you're with them.
6 months. That's for
6 months.
Yeah. Well, women are, we work ourselves through it.
They do, yeah. But men, I mean, yeah.
Men, what is it? 6 hours?
Yeah.
6 hours.
Exactly.
It depends on how in you were.
Right.
How
into it you were.
Yeah.
How into it you were.
Exactly. No, I think it's typically though
up since 3 a.m.
but it can be anything. I mean, so have I. No, it can be. There's so many.
But to that guy, what I would say is there's going to be no answer that's going to satisfy you. What you want to hear is, I made a mistake, or not even that, or like, this happened for this specific reason. People do all sorts of things that they can't explain or they don't want to explain. Right. And so begging her for an answer is just counterproductive and probably, making it that much harder for you to ever get an answer. One day you may, one day you may not.
Right. So the most important thing to do, I think, is just to, like I said, remove yourself from the situation. Don't try to find the answers. And eventually you're going to see very soon, probably, you'll have some clarity and you probably will figure out the answers on your own. And the most important thing to do at the end of every relationship is kind of look at your partner. There probably were some signs that, you think it was just one day she upped and left. There are probably some other things going on that you didn't see. And there might have been things in the relationship that you did as well. Not, I'm saying prompted her to leave, but that you might want to change. So I just think when you break up with someone, it's a great time for reflection. It's a great time to learn and step back and think, well, what did I learn from this? What did I like about it? What do I want in my next relationship? So, it could be your family. We don't know. But I don't think it matters. And I think it's just time to block her, delete her, and move on because he wants the answers. And we often, this closure thing often, like you said, you kind of said this, Anna, I think we want really to see them again. We want to stay connected. We're like, I need closure. But
and really oftentimes there is no explanation. And you just have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Right. Be okay with it.
That
okay.
sucks, though. There's no explanation.
It does suck because you're like, well, what do you... Because it's almost like... Or you know what else I hear a lot, Anna? Do you hear this from friends? Like, or guys say it too, but like I hear girlfriends, because we talk about things ad nauseum. I just want him to know, like, does he know how much he hurt me? Like, I want him just to recognize what he did. It's like, he's never gonna... Have you ever had friends like this?
Not
like,
really.
And like, I just want him to know that, like, he, like, he's never gonna be like, God, you're right. Or, or the girl's like, I'm gonna look really hot so he sees me again. Like,
I see that more and more like,
but
I don't want
ever?
him to know how much he hurt me.
That's another annoying thing. Like, when... You can totally tell when somebody broke up where instantly they're on social media talking about how they're going out and doing all these things.
But how about the Facebook?
Just want to barf.
I know 2 people who have I knew that there were friends who I knew their relationships broke up because they posted something bitter on Facebook. And both of them got back together with the guy. And I'm like, all of it, posting on social media when you're breaking up,
And it's just to
Bad
get people to
idea.
chime in and all that kind of stuff.
Did they post
It's
like, I'm
terrible.
done with the douchebag kind of
Yeah,
things?
yeah. And then, but they do, like, a lot of times they get back together because people are so in the moment. They want just write something and invent, and they do. And I've, like, seen so many sob stories where it's just paragraphs and paragraphs on, like, how this person is, like, the worst person ever. And then 2 weeks later, they're back, together.
People always, I know.
All the time. It's terrible.
It is terrible.
It's annoying.
Okay, you guys, we got another email.
All right.
One more. Dear Emily, I've been dating my boyfriend for 2.5 years. I'm 44. He's 42. I'm a divorcee with 3 pretty cool kids, a stressful ER nursing career, and for the most part, pretty good self-esteem and confidence. He has never been married, no kids, has major mommy issues, is very aware of most of his issues, and has over the years seen a therapist. My problem is he's a selfish lover. He's used to everything being about him. He told me early on that the only thing that turns him on is anything to do with the head of his penis. Mm-hmm. It's all about getting it in me or manually or orally making me it's all about her touching it manually or orally or whatever. And I get very little, if any, touch or stimulation. Honestly, he has a hard time even finding my clit. And once blamed it on me, saying mine was weird, when weirdly enough, no other man had any problems finding it and stimulating me in the past.
Yeah.
I've talked to him several times about our intimacy issues, after which he makes an effort once, maybe twice, and, some little clit action, and then back to the norm. I'm an attractive, sexy woman. I even get looks and stares, even at my age.
Jesus.
I love having sex, getting my man turned on, and I'm open about sex. He's not so open, has difficulties talking about it. What should I do? Desperately seeking orgasms, Tony. P.S. I downloaded your Kegel Camp app today. Woo! Yay, go Kegels.
Emily would be so out on this relationship.
I would be like, you can't find my clit. Like, you can't. I wouldn't even. It'd be out. Because I have a hard time with guys who don't go down on me. Or who don't please me, who don't have a clitoris. But, what do you think, Anna? What do you think?
I mean, I think that it's definitely indicative of a bigger problem, selfishness or intimacy issues or something like that. And if you've talked to him,
I know you've had the conversation,
and it's not getting better, it's either surrender to this is the situation or move on.
I'm not sure that when I read this, I was like, I'm going to be honest with you. I was like, he does sound selfish, emotionally immature. Like, I can't handle this guy. No matter how confusing female pleasure is to you, like, don't blame the woman that it's her clitoris. Like, that's just so juvenile. He does seem very young and selfish. But I also wanted to, like, give him the benefit of the doubt because I thought, well, I hear couples all the time saying, I talked to him about it and nothing happened. And like, if you're dating someone for 2.5 years and you brought it up 3 times, that is not talking about it. Saying, like, I need you to touch my clitoris more, give me more oral sex, that's not talking about it. That's a demand. He truly might have gotten by in life on his good looks and charm, and he might have never really figured out the vagina, the Rubik's Cube of life. Mm-hmm. The best thing Menace has ever said. That's his line.
That's a good line.
So,
it is.
He might get defensive because he doesn't really know what you're asking for. Like, maybe he really doesn't. So I'm saying try some mutual masturbation. You could even say, babe, I've asked you this, but I think, like, my pleasure is important. Like, let's take sex off the table for a week or a month. Let's not have a week. Let's start with that. No intercourse, just touch each other. Mutual masturbation. Take it slow. Like, tell him specifically, be like, babe, this is really important. And, like, show him. Because just by saying it, like, at dinner, like, touch my clit more, pass the salt, might not sink in. So I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But if, again, put this on your calendar, if you really try this and you're like, okay, I'm going to try something different. Because it sounds like you love him and been together 2.5 years. If it doesn't change 3 months from today, and you talk to him in a real way, differently, like you showed him, you said it was important, you verbalized it, and then it doesn't change.
I think that's good.
I'm surprised you didn't add some toys into.
I know. I was waiting for that too.
Yeah.
Well, oh God, because you're right. I mean, seriously, babe, get a We Vibe Touch or something, or get like a little clit toy. So you need your clit stimulated. I just bring a toy with me everywhere I go. That's another solution, but I think, like, and a good point might be underlying issues. Like, I'm wondering if he's just selfish in the bedroom or other places. But yeah, babe, if he doesn't get along, if everything else is perfect with this guy, I don't like calling her babe.
I like it.
If everything else is perfect with this guy, but you don't get enough clitoral stimulation, I could tell you about 52 other things that would give you, like, probably even better womanizer.
Right.
The clit whisperer. I mean, go to my website, sexwithemily.com. Oh, we have a new store that just launched. Every toy I talk about, you could buy on my website. But I'm just saying, yeah, that's plan B.
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, I think you're right. Have a different kind of conversation about it. If it's about the actual clitoral stimulation, yes, a toy is great. If it's about the relationship with the guy and his selfishness, the vibe may not do anything.
Right, exactly. I won't do anything. Yep. Okay, I think that's what we have time for. Anything else, Menace? You can Anna, what did I tell you about Menace the other day?
What'd I do?
I was bragging about how he went.
Great he is.
Yeah, but I was like, oh my god, he had this event and like 700 people came just to see Menace.
Yes, I know.
It was
I know.
crazy.
Like literally,
She's so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
I had another event in
Another
Long
one.
Beach. Yeah, and like over 1,000 plus showed up.
like
It was crazy.
Like,
But forget about all the people coming to see me. It was all to raise money for lymphoma research, which was awesome.
Right.
And then
That's important.
And then the event before that, it was for Hope for Pause, two great organizations.
Of course, you're doing it for a good cause because you're a
Yeah.
good man. But Menace is like people are coming out on a Saturday. They can do
crazy.
other things.
Yeah.
They could play Xbox.
Yeah.
They could be doing go to the beach, whatever.
It's all about
Well, it's
the
on
morning
beach.
show that I've been doing called The Woody Show.
The Woody Show.
It's been-
It's a raging morning show.
Yeah, it's been
It's
great.
raging.
What channel is it on?
It's on Alt 98.7. But it's also a podcast. You can download it every
I'm
day.
just really proud of him. He's all grown up.
Thank you. But yeah, LA's really embraced the show. We used to do it in San Francisco, and now we're here.
Yeah.
It's great.
So it's great. So good for that. Find Menace at Menace across
Yeah,
the board.
Menace.
Anna, what is it? Wait, what else? At Menace, you have like 18 Instagrams. Do you care?
Yeah, we'll just keep it right there.
Okay. What about you, Anna? All your new puck, congratulations.
Thank
You've got
you.
issues
Thank
with
you.
Anna
You've got
David.
Download it,
Issues with
subscribe.
Anna David. It's on iTunes and SoundCloud and Stitcher, and you can go to the Issues with Anna website. You can sign up for the newsletter, issueswithanna.newsletter.com, and you can contact me about coaching or anything else, Anna at issueswithanna.com.
She's a great coach, too. I'm telling you, she helps me. Thank you, Anna, for being on the show. I appreciate it. Thank you to Menace. Thank you, Madison, Lori, Jamie, my amazing team. And thanks, everyone, for listening. Oh, I already said where to follow me. Okay. Thanks for listening. Was it good for you? Email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com. Okay, guys, are you looking for a way to mix up your masturbation routine? Well, let me tell you about the number one sex toy for men, and really, the only one you want, the Fleshlight. It's a masturbation sleeve that you use solo or with a partner that simulates the sensations of real sex and was engineered to look and feel like the real deal. There's a Fleshlight for every man's needs. And now there's a new addition to the Fleshlight family, the Quick Shot. It's an open-ended male masturbator, has the patented super skin material, but the Quick Shot is smaller, easier to handle, and requires way less cleanup. It can be used solo or with a partner to take handjobs and blowjobs to the next level. I think that for every woman who has a sex toy, every man should have one of these. Go to sexwithemily.com, click on the Fleshlight banner, and use code EMILY to get a free bottle of their award-winning Flesh Lube. Check it out. You'll thank me.